Right, how are we all doing, people? Are we all happy? Are we all smiling? And if we're not smiling, we're going to turn that frown upside down because it is now officially photo battle time. This one you've been waiting for a little bit. I've been away for about 4 weeks. I've hooked up with 2 epic photographers. They don't really do photography, a bit like me really. We don't do photos at all. We are YouTubers, we are content creators, but that's not going to stop us. We're going to go out, we're going to smash some photos in this photo battle. The plan is nice and simple. So us 3 photographers, we're going to disappear into London. We're going to take as many cool photos as we can. When we take those cool photos, we all come back to the starting point again and we show each other the photos. We're going to put them out there for you lot to all vote on and we're going to see who can come first. So it's currently 5 o'clock. We've got till roughly about 8:30. We were going to do 9 o'clock, but we've shortened it down just ever so slightly. So we've got 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours to go out, explore this city, see what we can get, see if we can get some bangers. On that note, you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm winning. Come on, let's do this.
Right, so the plan is I saw Borough Market back there. Those guys are still faffing around.
Trying to find something that stands out a little bit. But maybe I might find a little spot. It's a bit grimy, a bit gritty, I don't know yet.
So as you can tell from the sky behind me, it's been a really grey, very exciting day today. So the sky is not looking superb. So it might be a case of, I'm going to go to this first spot, I'm going to see if then the sun completely goes and we get to night time. Because when we get to night time, more lights, more colours, more likes. The only thing I'm genuinely worried about, I'm worried about this time limit. We obviously gave ourselves initially a 4-hour window. So we were going to go from 5 till 9, but we lost one of our initial 3 last minute, literally like 2 days ago. Era and Limon, but he likes to be called Alp. He stepped in like an absolute hero. It's not all heroes wear capes, and he saved the day. So he's now taking part, and actually, I've only met him very briefly, but he seems like a really sick dude.
So what I've done is I'm trying to find like something where I can make like a story. I've seen this little Shakespeare painting, which I'm going to show you in a second.
I think it's just more about just running around, not really playing what you do. Hopefully the other guys aren't doing so well because I want to win.
Right, hopefully this place looks sick. Hopefully this is going to work. I've got a nifty 50 on the other Canon 80D because I've got the 24 on this camera. I'm probably going to order that lens, maybe. I'm going to see if this will work first though.
Now been about 40 minutes, hitting the 6 o'clock mark. I haven't found too much. Not too sure what the others have found so far.
So I'm going to move on to the next location now. I don't know where the hell I am.
Alright, the camera's off the gimbal now because I need this lens really badly. So I've got hopefully one shot. Next place, about a 13-minute walk away because I'm off to St. Paul's Cathedral.
Around and guess who's behind me? Doing the exact same thing as me. So me and Alps are heading this kind of the same way, kind of same direction. We're gonna head towards there, then split off again. So Danny, watch out.
Right, as you can tell, it's really dark. My phone's lighting this scene, but there we go. I don't know whether I made the right call or not. I'm in Camden.
Really struggling. It's getting really dark now, so I can take less pictures of people because they move, and so it's more got to be like a couple of skateboarders here. And I think I'm gonna get like one of that indie style. I don't know how to describe it. This here anyway.
Heard that Danny decided to hop on the train as soon as we started after he had these troubles with his gimbal and decided to go completely different part of London. So hopefully we won't bump into each other.
Acting like you're cool when you try to please. It's hard to be cool when you're on your knees.
So, I was on my way somewhere and I got caught here. I've got an hour and a half left. I've got one good photo. I'm screwed.
done at this location. It was a brilliant spot. Perfect way to spend about 15-20 minutes because I actually got a shot that I really like. I need to go to Soho, get some shots there, go to Tottenham Road. I've lost Alps, don't know where Danny is, currently in Chinatown. It took me a while to get here because of the rain and I got lost on the Boris bike. I'm not going to have enough time to go to Tottenham Road. It's currently coming up to 8:05.
Alright, last hurdle. This is my last ditch effort. This is my last destination. I've got to get a photo here. I've got here, when I went in the tube station, it wasn't raining. I've come out, and the heavens have opened.
Currently trapped underneath this place until the rain dies out. I'm about 20 minutes away from the London Bridge, and just gonna head back once it dies down just a little bit more, and now it's just chopping it down more. So hopefully I'll see the other guys there, bang on at 8:30.
Turn left onto London Bridge Street.
How's it going?
That was a nightmare. That was stress.
Oh mate, what a drama that was. Oh, but we're here. Come on.
Mike fell off, got 1 minute to spare. Apparently they're at Pret near London Bridge. I think I might be there.
Yeah. There he is. There he is.
Dead on time.
Oh mate.
It's even better.
Mate, I am oh mate, my kicked him through the ringer. Absolutely so. Right, so that was one hell of a photo battle. That was absolutely awesome. Our first one ever of these. Boys, how did you find it?
It was good, so good, challenging, but so much fun.
Okay everyone, it's me Alps, and I'm sorry I have a slight confession to make. While I was recording this, my monitor was connected to my camera, and for whatever reason, when my monitor died, it also stopped the camera recording, and I didn't have the tally light on the front to be able to tell myself that it was still recording or whether it stopped. So I actually missed the whole recording of Alan's reactions, even though they've got the sound of it on theirs. So what I'm going to have to do now is mime and basically try to reenact the whole thing. So stupid facial expressions come in, I'm an idiot, and yeah.
The joys of obviously what Hayden Pederson and his boys do, they're obviously good friends and they all can then be in the camera shot at the same time. Now obviously we don't all live in London, these boys do, but obviously I don't. So we're using the joys of social media and we're doing a Facebook chat to chat about this and show each other all our photos and like jazz. But none of us have seen each other's photos just yet. Alan, you're up. Go on, bro.
So this is my third shot that I liked. I'm going to pop it in now. So that's my first shot. There we go. So this shot, I was walking down, I think it was South Bank. Like I think I was on the way towards Waterloo, South Bank area from London Bridge. Walked through Borough Market, went past all the little tunnels, and I saw this like container-like shape where it was open, had lights going through. There was just a man sitting there. So at first I thought I'm gonna go in between the path and the container and take two sides, but there was like a lamppost in the way which stopped the other side that was so good. So I sort of cropped it in. So just funny enough, we walked past this place when we went to eat afterwards, but I don't know if you would notice this or not, but yeah, so it was bright purple before. Yeah, it was bright purple, but I thought the purple didn't really make it, so I took out the purple, took out the pink, and then thought go for a black and white kind of photo. But this was. Wait, did you get the same shot as well?
I'm saying nothing.
Did you get the exact same shot as well?
I'm saying nothing.
So I just saw the man there, and I was like, I had to get it. Like the contrast between the art and just the wall, like, and the lamppost was like at a perfect angle, and you got the little electrical box, like everything about it had something to it.
Okay, Alp's turn. Okay, I'm gonna start off. So I'm gonna start off with my first picture, and I'm gonna start off with the one that's similar to Alan's because I want everyone to see that one first. I almost went with exactly the same composition, almost. Okay, but then I noticed. So the main thing, the difference here is that I started to notice the sign that was on the wall, and then from there I used that to tell the story. So you kind of have to zoom in a little bit to kind of see what it says. So I've sent that to the group now. So I see these group of boys, and they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and they know what I want to do. They see the camera, they see the microphone, and he goes, "Do you want to take a picture?" And I was like, "My man." And the one reason why I like this, and there was other ones that he had of like being up in the air, but it was just the light fall off. It was like he was in shadow, but then it was just the edges that were lit. And okay, the third one. So literally after I'd done photographing those boys, and then I walked away. As I was walking away, I was thinking, right, I might need one more shot. And as I was walking, it started to really pour down with rain, and it was absolutely like, I don't want to swear, but it was pissing down. It was just going right down and down and down, and I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna get my shot here. So I'm walking and walking. I put my camera in my bag, and I just walked past, and I was like, hang on, just turn my eye for 1 second, and all I got in my head was like this contrast between this shot that I could see, and I don't know if it's a particularly great shot or whatever, but I think color-wise for me it kind of touched me. And there's so much rain, it looks like noise, so it's like a mixture of noise and rain, and I also had it in grain when I was like processing it. So yeah, and I just thought it was a sort of romantic picture as well.
We left Evan Cycles and I went straight over London Bridge. I ended up going to Leadenhall Market, so I quickly got out of there. I then took a really convoluted journey. I ended up grabbing some water because I had ideas of a shot that I'd seen again on Instagram that I wanted to replicate. I went to St. Paul's Cathedral and I got this. Yeah, so it's not the shot I wanted at all. The shot I'd seen had some lovely mirrored buildings in it poking in between. I shot this first on my 24mm. It was a nice shot, but then actually I whacked out the 70-200, stuck that on, got this, shot through the trees. I thought, this personally for me, this is my favourite shot that I took. So I've hit you with my favourite one nice and early. I got back in a tube, and I was going to go to Embankment to go and catch the London Eye. But on my way to Embankment, I got off at Leicester Square. I then walked through Leicester Square, took some photos of Chinatown, didn't really like them in the end. But then I carried on going, and I got this.
I thought he was on a beach at one point. I was like, my eyes. That's beautiful. Now,
where I planned to use the water at St. Paul's Cathedral, I actually ended up, what you can't see to the left of that shot is there is a massive protest going on. And the water and the floor's completely bone dry, and then there's just some loser lying on the floor spraying his water bottle around. I soaked one arm of my bag in doing it. I nearly caught my camera that was on the floor with a puddle that was just trickling towards the camera. I quickly whipped the camera up to get it out of the water. I ended up braving the weather. At this point, I'm thinking I've got 45 minutes to get back to you boys. I've got 2 photos that I like. I'm like, the pressure's on now. I've got 45 minutes to get another banger. So I'm sat there trying to get cool, funky angles of the London Eye. I'm taking all these different angles, all these different shots, but it's so wet that I can't keep the water off the lens quick enough to get a decent shot. So I'm getting the wheel in focus, but then the lights that are compensating the other side of the photo, they're out of focus. But what I ended up doing is I ended up not quite going as far as Tower Bridge, and I got this. Right everybody, that was the 9 photos. We're going to put them up for 24 hours now. They're going to go on Instagram stories. They're going to go in our No Small Creator group. So if you see them, just take 2 seconds out of your time, Vote on whichever one you prefer. Okay then everybody, the results are in. That was absolutely phenomenal. Boys, how you doing? Obviously I know the results, so let's get cracking with the knack and let's get straight on it. So the way we're going to do this, first of all we're going to work through the photos individually, so 9 through 1. You ready? Okay, so what I'm going to say before I say any of this is do not panic about your position. There was very few between, there's very far few between where everybody was, and when we get later on in this list you'll understand why. So don't be disheartened, do not panic. Right, in 9th place was the dual light photo, the one with the story from you Alps. In 8th place was the skateboarder photo, also from you Alps. In 7th place was my shot of Piccadilly Circus. In 6th place was my shot again of Tower Bridge. In 5th place was 2 men in the alleyway, so the person begging and the person walking through from Alan.
Yep.
In 4th place was Alan's black wall shot. Yeah, awesome. Right, okay, top 3. Ooh. So, in 3rd place was St. Paul's Cathedral from me.
Nice.
In 2nd place was the yellow umbrella shot from Alps.
Oh, God damn it.
And the top photo was the half heart wall from Alan.
Thank you everyone. Yes.
So, in 3rd place was Era and Limon.
Well done.
In 2nd place was
This is it.
me, which means your winner was Mr. Alan Chen. Well done, sunshine.
Thank you. That was an intense battle. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to win at the forefront, but I don't know. Something came around.
Okay, so that's that video all done. I absolutely loved this photo battle. It was so good. So cool to meet some other epic, amazing creators. So good to challenge myself, trying and keep improving this photography. But Alan, well done sunshine, not bad at all. So I'd like to make a massive thank you to all the people that voted. Your votes made all the difference and it was amazing. Massive thank you to Alpha and Lifey, because without you brother this would not have happened 100%, because someone pulling out 2 minutes away from when we were going to shoot was just a nightmare. Bravo to Alan, mate, you're an absolute hero. Thank you so much for being so enthusiastic with this whole process and really helping me out, and well done for winning. Massive thank you to the 2 boys that couldn't unfortunately make the video. One of them was family commitments, the other one was work commitments, and boys, I absolutely get it, but obviously hopefully we'll do this again, maybe an even bigger one, who knows. And last but not least, but thank you to you. Thank you for watching, thank you for being part of Team Hollywood. You guys are absolutely awesome. So on that note, it is the end of the video. You know how this goes. If you have enjoyed this video, consider smashing this like button. Obviously you've got to make sure that you go and check out those boys' YouTube channels. You have to. It's not even a question, is it? You've got to go and see these amazing other creators. If you'd like to see some more photography-based shenanigans, we've got some cool ones coming up, I promise. Consider hitting that subscribe button, but there's absolutely no pressure. You know what to do. You've got this. I have been Danny Hollywood. You have been awesome. We are Team Hollywood, and I will see you very soon.